Welcome back, everyone. It is now February 7th of 2020, and ever since the release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of fans have been very curious about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one aspect of Episode 9 that a lot of fans had a lot of issues with was, of course, the concept of the Force Ghosts and how they were only disembodied voices. A lot of fans wanted to see more of Anakin, Qui-Gon, Yoda, Kenobi, you name it, in The Rise of Skywalker. Now, granted, it was still nice to actually hear them in the background, and how initially, in the initial cut of Episode 9, they did in fact plan to show the Force Ghosts before the reshoots were done and before the rewrites were established. Now, the thing that's really intriguing to me is Dave Filoni. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but of course, Dave Filoni is the man who was the showrunner of Star Wars Rebels. He was the showrunner of Star Wars The Clone Wars, and he's, of course, going to be involved with future Star Wars projects and more to come. In fact, it's not just that. He was also involved with The Mandalorian. He's going to be involved with other projects as well on Disney+, so that's one thing to really look forward to. But there's no doubt about it that the Star Wars fans, the community, loves the character of Anakin Skywalker, and say what you will about Hayden Christensen, but I really do feel that looking back, he really did have his moments of acting very, very well in the prequel trilogy films themselves. So, when we look at what Disney and Lucasfilm are trying to do as of right now, what's really intriguing is that both Disney and Lucasfilm are currently crafting their new Star Wars universe that will not only expand the known Star Wars galaxy, but also some of the familiar characters of the Star Wars universe for the Star Wars community. Now, it's explained that Disney and Lucasfilm are currently developing their new Star Wars universe to be connected with the films, TV shows, and canon material that will all connect to each other, and that Dave Filoni is said to be heavily involved with developing aspects of the new Star Wars universe. Now, it's explained that currently Dave Filoni is said to be involved with coming up with a unique way to bring back Anakin Skywalker, portrayed by Hayden Christensen, into the new Star Wars universe, both in live-action form and in animated form for the new Star Wars franchise. It's noted that Dave Filoni will be involved with the upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series, and that Dave is said to be using this TV show as an avenue to bring back Anakin Skywalker in the form of flashbacks that are going to be a part of Obi-Wan Kenobi's PTSD that will be touched on in the new Star Wars series, which is set to begin filming in January of 2021. It's noted that Dave and John are working together on this and have creative control over Anakin's return in live-action form, and that the Kenobi TV series will be their way of doing this. Not just that, but also it's explained that an untitled The Rise of Skywalker sequel series that is going to be in animated form and is said to have realistic graphics, unlike the Clone Wars and Rebels, which is more cartoonized, if you will, and that Dave plans to bring back Anakin's Force Ghost into the sequel series that will be voiced by Hayden Christensen in the new project that is set to release in the next couple of years around when the new films drop into theaters. So, what's really exciting about this is that Disney Plus, in case you guys did not know, their current plan is to drop 3 Star Wars TV shows a year now, within a 12-month span. So, this year was the first thing of doing that. We had The Mandalorian Season 1 in November of 2019. We got The Clone Wars Season 7 coming out this February on the 21st, I believe. And then we got The Mandalorian Season 2 dropping in October of this year. All of which in a 12-month period, basically, for the most part. Now, when we look at what they're trying to do, obviously, is that they are trying their very best in order to establish the character of Anakin Skywalker in new ways, in both the form of live action and animated form, while also using this as a way to bring back Hayden Christensen. In fact, The Rise of Skywalker was their first step in bringing back Hayden. Now they're taking other steps into bringing him back into the Star Wars franchise with this new Star Wars universe, and it's honestly something that is long overdue. Now, Dave Filoni, guys, I don't know if you have watched Star Wars Rebels or The Clone Wars. If you haven't, I do suggest that you guys go ahead and watch it. Very, very creative series. The fact that Dave Filoni, really crafted these episodes and really gave Star Wars fans new types of Star Wars lore. The fact that he is so much of a visionary, it just makes me excited about the future. It really does. So Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, they're going to be very much involved with everything Star Wars moving forward. I mean, even Bob Iger said this a couple of weeks ago, that he sees a lot of George Lucas within Jon Favreau, and that he's very impressed with Dave Filoni's work. And honestly, you know, moving toward the future of Star Wars here, this really tells us, the fans, the community, that they're really trying to reshape the franchise. They're really trying to bring it back to where it was before The Last Jedi Backlash, before fans were completely divided to the point where Star Wars was just like, you know, a movie in its sense, where it doesn't really make as much as it should in the box office. I mean, The Rise of Skywalker so far only crossed 1 billion. It should have made way more than that. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.